Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. Right, truck driving tips, but truck driving essentials more of. If you're nighting away, what do you take with you? Well, a good thing will be a sleeping bag or two. What I tend to do, I get a duvet, and what I do, I lay it on the bed, probably about 4 layers. So it's folded over, then folded over again down the length. That way, it makes the bed a bit more softer to lay on. But also, not only doing that, you know, it's making if you've got a bad back, it makes your life a little bit easier. And then what I do, I tend to lay the other sleeping bag I got on top of that. And then the sleeping bag I sleep in goes on top of that. I'll have my pillows at one end. But before I do anything in the cab, I will get hold of my flea spray and I will spray the whole cab. You're supposed to leave it for about 30 minutes, but after 15 minutes, you're all right. Well, what flea spray do you buy? The best one you can get is from the pharmacy. There's two types, and I can't remember what they are. But they're all both about, I don't know, 15 or 18 quid. If you get them any cheaper, good. But don't buy the ones out at the supermarkets. They're utterly useless. And these tins are probably about, I don't know, 700 ml, about 10 inches high, and they last quite a while. What I tend to do is I spray it all around the cab, footwell, behind the seats, down the side of the seats, and around the side of the bed, over the bed, all around the cab. So it basically, if there's anything there, you'll find it. All right. The trouble is, you don't know what Tom, Dick, or Harry's been in that truck. So that's the first thing you need to do. And before you even lay your bed out, after 10 or 15 minutes, you get back in the cab and you get some disinfectant wipes. Wipe your bed over. Wipe round the side of the bed, right? And then, once you've done that, wipe your steering wheel over. Because if the steering wheel's dirty, whatever you touch on the steering wheel, you're going to transfer everywhere else. Wipe your door handle over. Wipe your control knobs over. Your instruments. Yeah? Your visor. Anything you're going to touch with your hands, right? Because you are trying to stop the spread of germs into your stomach. Why do I say this? Because it's easier to get a bug than you realise. And the problem being is once you've got that bug and you've got an upset stomach, you'll be running into the toilet every 5 minutes. And you don't really want that when you're away, having an upset stomach. Right. So now you've cleaned your cab and you've got your stuff ready to go in. Right. Before you put your stuff away, clean your lockers out. Wipe the pinch or flap, whatever you do. Wipe it over with a disinfectant wipe. It's easier to do it now than once you've got all your stuff in the cab. If you're nighting away for a week, do the essentials first. Right? Get your cab clean. It's the number one priority. Right? And I'll give you some advice. If the lorry you're driving is crap, seriously consider walking away from the job and saying no. Because all you'll end up doing, if it's that bad, is bringing all that home with you, and you might have an infested house, and you don't want that. Before you even get to a job, another tip, speak to the agency. Say to them, what is this vehicle like you're going to drive for the week? Yeah? Ask them the questions. Say to them, I'm not going to drive a flea pit. I'm not going to drive a minging lorry. If they want me to do it for the week, that lorry's got to be clean before I even get there. Forewarned is forearmed. Prevention's better than a cure. because there's nothing worse than being a pissed off driver when you've got to spend a night out in a flea-ridden, bug-infested, minging lorry. I know, I've done it in the past, and I don't like it, and I won't do it now. So there you are, as a heads up, how to avoid these sort of situations. I'll give you some more tips in another video, but what you're going to take away from this video is, first of all, buy yourself some decent flea spray, 1 or 2 cans, right? That way you know you're going to kill anything that's living, right? Don't work in the cab once you've sprayed it, because it will give you a stinking cold, if not a bloody migraine. It's horrible stuff. It stinks. So where do you start from? The far end of the cab. Make sure you do the furthest point away from you as possible, and make sure you give it a good liberal spraying. Give the can a good shake first, alright? And make sure you plan what you're going to do before you do it. And another little tip before you go: where the bed is, yeah, at the corner of the bed where it meets the bulkhead, pull the bed away from it a little bit and spray down the back there. It's not nice being bitten by bed bugs. It depends on if it's a material bed or leather bed. If it's a leather bed, it's not so bad, but you still need to wipe it afterwards. But if it's a material bed, things can live in there. Right? You not only got fleas, you've got lice, you've got bed bugs, body lice, cockroaches, not nice stuff. But, and besides that, there's obviously fleas, and there's mosquitoes when they come in the cab if you've got the window open. Thankfully, we don't have really hot summers. Not like we used to have. We've had a few, but overall, the secret is kill it first before it bites you. Is there anything else I can add? Make sure you buy yourself disinfectant wipes, 2 or 3 packs, because you'd be surprised. And once you've got your stuff in the cab, continue wiping the surfaces down. Have yourself a bag to put your rubbish in. Yeah? And another little tip: when you get in the cab, try and leave your boots in the footwell when you take them off. But with that centerpiece where you walk across, right? Make sure you clean it first. Obviously, it's got to be sprayed afterwards. You want it so you can walk on it without putting a fear of picking anything up. That's how clean you want it. But what I do, I put puppy pads down. You buy them from like B&M, Asda. They're just white plastic sheet one side, material the other side, just to soak up wee or whatever. Yeah, and that way, the puppy training pads. That's all they are, right? And that way, you have something to walk on. You're not going to tread what's from where you put your boots, yeah, onto your middle area. And another little tip: don't sit in your bed with your work clothes on. Suppose you've got grease on your trousers and you don't know about it. Pull your curtains, drop your trousers, sit on the bed with your pants on. Yeah? I know it's easier for me. I've done it for years. But forewarned is forearmed. And keep your work clothes away from your bedding area. Yeah? Keep your work clothes over the other side. Put a puppy pad on the passenger seat. Put your work clothes folded up inside out. Yeah? Jacket. Put your jacket inside out. So if there's any dirt or muck on it, it's inside. Not going to come and dirt the seat, or you're trying to limit the spread of dirt. and the better it is. But in my next video, I'll tell you what else you can take with you to give you a really good helping hand when you're nighting out. So please like, share and subscribe. And this is one of the first in series of truck driving tips. I've made one the other day, and that went down well. But this is more to do when you're first getting in a cab and nighting out, and a bit of cleanliness tips really as well. So hopefully it helped. Any comments, leave them below. Please like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye for now.